We've been up all night. There's no up and round here. We've had them all lined up against the wall.
If he was a toe rag from around a manor, we'd know.
We'd know.
You know! You fucking know! You wouldn't have us next door fucking neighbours! Now get out there and find them! I'm sick of that fucking sight! Get out of my fucking sight! You little shit!
What's happening, guys? This is pre-recorded. This is not live. But yeah, obviously I didn't give you the match reaction last night, so here it is now. Yeah, I've just got a bit to get off my chest because this is just wild to me. It's just wild how you still got people that are defending this manager. And when it came to those who support England, when it came to Southgate, they couldn't stand this for more than 2 tournaments worth. You know what I mean? It's getting to the point now where I don't think a lot of y'all are real fans, in my opinion. And I'm not one to start talking about who's real and who's fake in terms of fan base, but I'm at this point now where I'm literally starting to question y'all now. Full time, Nottingham Forest 0, Arsenal 0, match reaction. Let's get it. So we got a 0-0 draw last night against Nottingham Forest, while at the same time Liverpool have pulled 13 points clear of Arsenal in this title race. Liverpool beating Newcastle last night, have them 13 points clear of second place Arsenal. Yeah, it's possible that Liverpool could win the league in the game against us at Anfield. But this is about last night's game. Last night's game, and the thing is, I'm glad I didn't do it, but I was thinking of doing a random watch along for it. I'm glad I didn't do it. It was one of the worst games I've watched this season. Stinking out the place, playing shit. I think Ethan last night, I think he's been found out by, at least by Forest players anyway. It seemed to me like he's been found out. Trossard showing the world why, he's a bench player, not a starter. Moreno scores a brace against Leicester, does fuck all since. Rice, another stinker. Jorginho played instead of Partey. Risky. Odegaard, the worst captain. You know what I mean? The best thing about our team is our defence in reality, and it's mainly the centre backs. And you can see, it's evident to see, you can see where Arteta focused on strengthening his team. It was midfield and defence. He's bought more defenders than anything. Yeah, but I think he signed 11 defenders, 6 midfielders. Was it 4 goalkeepers and 5 forwards since he's been here? Who does that thinking I can win the league doing that? And yet you got these toxic, positive, cocksucking motherfuckers, right? These Arteta cocksuckers, right? That are out here trying to say, oh, Arteta's just this away from winning the league, that away. These men have it in their little tiny brains, right? That a summer window will sort this out, right? They have it in their little brains that Arteta can sort this in the summer. What makes you dumb fucks think, right, that Arteta will just magically sign what we need in the summer? He's going to spend big on a striker and then we're going to go and win the league. What makes you lot think that that's what's going to happen? when he's literally shown, I don't care about signing a striker. He's literally shown this. He must have PTSD from his 2-2 bit of beef with Aubameyang. He must do. How does somebody just want to avoid signing an out-and-out striker like the plague? How? We want Wenger out, right? Arguably for less than this. You know what I mean? Wenger couldn't afford to keep just finishing top four and achieving nothing. He couldn't afford to do that. You know what I mean? But fans want him out left, right, and centre. Rightly so. But when it's Arteta now, he's getting this special treatment. He's getting this treatment as if, and this is what makes me think that you man don't care about winning. You only care about winning if Arteta does it. Like you man only care. You lot want Arteta to be the one who does it. I don't know. You got some fixation with Arteta. It's ridiculous. Let me just pop on X and see what's happening. I tweeted injuries was the best thing that happened to these Artexuals. Perfect excuse to keep him managing this team. He was on the brink of a possible call-outs, and he was. Yeah, because if Arteta keep having Saka and Martinelli and all that for all this season, finishing behind slot, fans would have been on. But when players got injured, Martinelli, Saka, Havertz, etc., when they got injured, that was the perfect excuse. These Artetarians probably thought Christmas came around early. These motherfuckers got their way out. Now, that's all they can peddle now. You are pathetic. You are our fans. You're Arteta fans, but you're not Arsenal fans. You know what I mean? And you got old ass fucking fans that still defend Arteta. How have you seen the George Graham era as well as the Wenger era, and you still justify keeping Arteta? I don't get that. I don't know if dementia's kicking in. Yeah, I said it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm sick of you motherfuckers. I'm choosing violence because you motherfuckers piss me off. You old motherfuckers that should know better, right? You old motherfuckers that support this club that have seen George Graham and them, right? You've seen that. You saw the last time we won a European trophy. You all saw that. Yet somehow you're just out here, right? Let me find it. Let me fucking find it. You're out here. For Arteta. Nah, you man have got some on-site dementia. You man get yourself fucking checked up, right? Let me see what's happening in on Twitter. Yeah. Arteta saying over my dead body about the title race being done and everything like that. Fam, it's gonna fucking happen. Liverpool gonna win the league. You chose not to get a striker. Yeah, that's not what you wanted. Oh, someone's put on Twitter a screenshot from July 2020. Arteta will have the final say on transfers at Arsenal and admits he has little margin for error. And that person replied to Igal, another toxic positive motherfucker. Arteta is not the reason why Arsenal drop points. It's down to recruitment or a failure to recruit the right forwards players in the summer and January. Plus, we had 4 of our best attackers injured. See, and he's not old. He's not a pensioner Arsenal fan that was there since, 60s, 70s, and everything like that. He wasn't there for that. You know what I mean? But still, he's old enough to know better. But I would say he's an Arteta fan more than he is an Arsenal fan. You know what I mean? And it's clear as day. He shows that in everything he fucking says. Arteta's so predictable, man. Moreno scores twice for the bench, and you stick with him for the next 2 games like he's a real striker. See, the thing is, I knew Arteta would do that. I knew Arteta would do that because he's a shit manager. Like, if put any of you at a football club you haven't managed before, right, and you do something like that, you'll keep doing it because you think, oh, that works. I mean, you're not going to explore. You're going to do what works, and that's what Arteta did. I personally, like I said, I personally wouldn't have started Moreno for the West Ham game, but I get why Arteta did it because he's a shit manager. But you know, it was the hope that killed me. Thinking, well, I hope Moreno can still do something. One shot on target, Odegaard and Wanyeri off when we need a goal. Just lock the season off already. This is what Bav said. You know, the same guy who said, "Oh yeah, maybe we need to question Arteta if he finishes behind slot." Then he changed his tune, didn't he? I mean, these do a better job for the first choice attackers that are out injured, and that's showing the Bournemouth manager and what's his name again? Nagelsmann. So yeah, it's already the case of we have players injured, FC. We had injuries FC. That's all it is. These man are perfect. These man they're not. These man aren't real Arsenal fans in my opinion. They're not. They're Arteta fans. Your Gals, your Babs in them. I mean, they're just Arteta fans, not Arsenal fans. It's the same love fest that was there for Wenger. Like, these are the type of fans that think that Arsene Wenger invented Arsenal because of his name, Arsene. And they're doing the same thing with Arteta. You know, Arsenal, Arteta. You know what I mean? This is how these man. This is how these man view um, the club. If you're not Arteta out, you're an area of Arsenal club. Facts. You're a fucking virus if you're not Arteta out at this point. You had Robbie on AFTV. I haven't watched the full clip. I only saw a clip that was posted on Instagram. Motherfucker saying, "I'd give Arteta another season because of the injuries." Yep, he said it. He's gonna let me do it. Don't let me play. Don't let me do it. But yeah, he said it. I ain't letting me do it. So I'm playing it. Anyways, yeah. So that's the excuse cooked already. I'll give you another season because of the injuries that you had this season. We never showed that we were going to do anything this season in terms of winning the league. We were never top for a start. I think close the gap on Liverpool, even with all our players fit. The fuck are we talking about here? This is what we have in our fan base. This is what I mean about the viruses in this fan base. But this is why I said that injuries was the best thing to happen for these Artetins. Because now they can just justify keeping him. And they'll do it again next season. There'll be something else next season. I mean, there'll be something else to keep him. I mean, so hopefully that something else is that he does win a trophy. I mean, because let's just say next season we have a similar output, and players get injured again. You think they'll say, "Oh, sorry, Arteta, but You know, we gave you a chance out this time. Nope. They'll still justify keeping Arteta. This is what these men will do. Absolutely pathetic. They're just a virus. I mean, so a Twitter account called Now Arsenal tweets, I'm seeing tweets about sacking Mikel Arteta only to replace him with a manager so much worse. Well, who is the worst manager then? Who is that? Let me have a look. Because I was going to say that Inzaghi, Simeone Inzaghi is worse. Is that what I'm going to say? So Troops has put top 4 race now. Strap up your seatbelts, Arsenal fans. That's his reaction to the Forest game. And DT, who's now merged into another Arteta cocksucker type of energy, draws down and everything like that. Can't play the clip for some reason because this won't play. Nope, this won't play. Yeah, that. He's replied saying he inherited a club that was already challenging for the title. He's talking about slot now. Salah haven't seen his life, and Van Dijk is back to his imperious, arrogant superiority at best. You also need to look at win. You also need luck to win titles, and they have it in abundance. Look at their last 2 games as an example. There's no Haaland or Isak. Their biggest test will be if Salah and Van Dijk leave, and if he has to rebuild. He's not in phase 1. He's in Klopp's phase 10. Well, now this is cool. And you would think someone like DT, who wanted Wenger out, right, despite Wenger winning FA Cups, right, which I'm in the same boat, by the way, you would think that, well, if it wasn't good enough for Arsene Wenger to just win FA Cups and get top 4, right, and in all fairness, it was him not getting top 4 that got him over got us over the line and getting him out. But if winning FA Cups and finishing top 4 weren't good enough for Wenger, why is finishing second, getting kicked out of cup competitions early, right? Arteta having a manager that doesn't want to sign a player in a position that we need. Why is that good enough? You know what I mean? Another one who's more of an Arteta fan than an Arsenal fan, right? So he's in Klopp's phase 10. We finished above Liverpool last 2 seasons now. Liverpool had an injury crisis last season and won the EFL Cup. So I want to know how did that happen? How did that happen? How?
I'm waiting!
How did Liverpool win the EFL Cup kids last season? How did they do it? How did we get to the final this season? You finished ahead of us last season and made signings in the summer. So why have you regressed and we've improved? And that's somebody replied to DT saying that, and DT replied saying you are only 2 to 3 better off than last season at this stage. Injuries are real. This is where DT's talking shit now, right? This is where he's talking shit because we were shit pre-injuries. Let me see what people put in the replies. The person put injuries ruined us last season and we still won a trophy. Facts. But would Liverpool won a trophy last season? That's fair. So this is someone trying to defend all situations. Let me just reply to DT's bullshit comment. Injuries ruined us. Where was we in the table before the injuries? How many points was there between Arsenal, Liverpool before Saka got injured? The injury excuse is already debunked. Injury excuse is already debunked. So you have to come with something better to defend Daddy Teta. Also said justify Daddy Teta. I hate that it's come to this. I'm not gonna lie, I hate that it's come to this. So another Arsenal fans tweeted, and I'm making this longer than I need to be, but I am actually on Twitter. Sums it all up on Talksport on the way home. One fan sitting at home wants Arteta out. The other one in the car driving back saying he's an idiot and talking nonsense. Never forget how depressing it was going to watch Arsenal before Arteta come in for Staffy and for those who go no. So big up Peppermint Freedom. The to say trophies there, no trophies now. How is it better now? Well, I want to know. That's what I want to know. But you are textuals or something else. And that game we saw last night, Forest, I'm gonna see more of that. And you are just gonna sit there and just justify keeping Arteta, and you're gonna keep him at this club. You know what I mean? You got all demented ass fans out here talking about keep Arteta. This is that, and you've all seen George Graham. Well, you probably can't remember now because the dementia's probably kicked in. You've all fucking seen George Graham. You all are fucking fans that's still justifying this shit. How can you see all that shit and then turn around and justify keeping? I don't know. I don't know how you do that. See, I understand these post-Invincibles fans. I understand fans that were born during Arsene Wenger's time at Arsenal. I understand them more. Right? I understand them more. But with them, they now have this fixation with, anything that's, like I said, Arsene Wenger to them invented Arsenal because of, Arsenal, Arsenal. And it's the same thing with Arteta, Arsenal. You know what I mean? Unai Emery didn't fit the cut, or didn't cut it, should I say. He didn't fit it. You know what I mean? That's why it was almost universal with wanting him out. And like I said, there'll be another man. Let's say Simone Inzaghi comes in and he does more than what Arteta did, but falls off for a season or two. These same toxic positive motherfuckers and them demented motherfuckers, right, will want him out. That's how it goes. So if we hire a manager that has some sort of connection to Arsenal in some sort of way, right, the same thing will happen all over again. There'll be this fixation with the manager, and it's this fixation of it must be him that gets us over the line. You see, because these motherfuckers, they'll feel stupid if Arteta leaves, and all he did for this club was win 2 Shields and an FA Cup, and flirt with the idea of winning the league title. You know what I mean, but I'm gonna leave it here. I'm not gonna be all night on this. this. We'll leave it here. Like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel for all the socials. The link's in the description below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Fuck all you toxic positive fans, you demented ass fucking old ass fans still justifying keeping Arteta. Maybe because the memories of pre-Arteta's fucking vanished. And you toxic positive Arteta cocksucking fans. This is probably not even gonna get monetized now. But I'm just, you lot just fucking, honestly. There's too much of you, man. Honestly, there's too much of you, man. But anyways, it is what it is. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
And if anyone wants to have a come at me,
come and find me. I'm in the car park now.
because I'm a black belt in karate.
Stop the cap.
Come and have a pop.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.